Hello everybody, Forest Montes here. Today with this new project, this is that Victorinox work champ. I've already made a shoot video, like test video, and compared with this Ruike knife, L51B. So these are very comparable knives, so that's why you're gonna see they're side by side. In the end of this video, you're gonna see these two opened, put some around by us next to each other from different size, different perspectives. So you're gonna see more about that. I'll tell you now details, but after that, after this video, there will be another test video, as I said, which is already done. So I don't want to waste your time, and let's go for it. So this is the thickest, the biggest model out of the series. This one is 115 millimeters long. This is, by the way, I measured that and I found some interesting details, which are really details. It doesn't matter probably, but you know, sometimes when you see the details, well, sometimes you are surprised, same as I am probably. So let's go for it. Very comparable sizes, 115 millimeters, 114 millimeters. That should be like that, but it's not like that exactly. This knife is 111 and a half, so 111 and a half millimeters, or 4.39 inches long. But there is, that was interesting. That's the one from the detail. The measurement, when you measure just the scales, it's shorter. But when we add, see these are ends. These are ends of the tools, saw and file. These ends, and these prolonged the knife about 1.5 millimeter. So this makes the size. That's interesting thing. So the size is, from the first look, you probably measured it same as I did, just this one, but no, this one is slightly longer. This one is simply 114, but, and what I haven't said in the overview in the end, what you're going to see on this video, I forget that when those knives are opened and I showed all those tools there, I forget to mention, I said there is this ring. This is only way how to attach to your system. There is no another pocket clip or something like this one. Here is the ring, so you can choose this one, or this pocket clip. This is very important because this one makes the knife thicker, of course. Something else is this glass breaker as a tool, real tool. I haven't mentioned that in the video, so you can count this one like plus. This is another tool which is not on this one. Another interesting thing on this one, before I go somewhere, so when I measure that, okay, I'll put it in this way. Thickness, so the size is on this one 28.3 millimeters, or 1 inch and 11. This one is, when I measure it on here, that's important thing, when I measure it here, so it's exactly 1 inch, 2.54 millimeters, centimeters, so 25.4 millimeters, 1 inch. But when I measure it here, it's much thicker, and it's about 3 centimeters, so 30 millimeters, 0.2. But you see that this silver screw. So first time I said, okay, I will measure it, and on this position, it's about 3 millimeters thicker. But when you see this one, so when I measured here and this spot here on the bottom, so this is actually the thickest spot, and that's the 3 centimeters. So this is even thicker in pocket, but it's not like that, of course, because the pocket clip is out of the outside of the pocket. Of course, it's like that, right? So it's not exactly there. So what sits in the pocket when it's there is actually thinner than this one, if this one is in pocket, but there is no the pocket clip. So this is simply thicker than this one, not really much, but count just the knife without the pocket clip. When I have it in this way, in this one is thicker now. But so that's one important thing, plus the tool. What I haven't said is I bought this one in discount, I said in the video, about 30%, and it was still a bit more expensive than this one. That's one thing what we might consider, because this one, G10 handles the Sandvik 12C27 blade steel. This is that somehow some stainless steel of Victorinox is 4116, something like that, 55, 56 HRC. This one is 59 Sandvik steel, so much better steel. I would screwed in these G10 handles. This is that standard plastic of this is simply these are standard scales of plastic, some kind of plastic materials which Victorinox normally uses. But when you see in that in use video, in test video, it's nice to hold. This is tougher material, but for long time slicing, this is a bit better than this one, about, let's say, 15% for long-term slicing. Nothing else. Another thing, I've chosen this one as a, this is modified Tanto, I did this one, but this blade is, I guess, as I remember properly, this is not shortened. There was just belly here, which I've removed, but the tip should be on the same spot. So the length of the real edge should be alright, should be the same, and it is real edge 8 centimeters. So from really from the choil, from the sharpening choil, you might see now, to the very tip, 8 centimeters, without locking mechanism, which I can choose. There is the option to have it there, and this is, as I know, there is no any option. There is liner lock, kind of liner lock here. See this one. First thing about that, this real edge is slightly shorter, 2 millimeters about. I'm talking about real edge. So from the sharpening choil again to the very tip, it's about 2 millimeters shorter, when it doesn't look like that, but it is. It is like that. I show you why. What's weird on this one, the liner lock here works on the opposite side. So normally when we got folder, we usually press the liner lock to that way and we close it. No, the liner lock sits there, so I have to move it back to the side. It's kind of tough. So I have to do it in this way, then I can close it. This is the only way how can I close it, this way. And I can't imagine how I will do it from this side. So this is really tough. The spring is really tough, so I can't move it with my index here when I push it in that way. Not really. So I have to turn it like this one, and then here we go. And something else, what I realized is there is a liner lock even on the broad flat screwdriver. Not on Ruike. See that? So here it won't close. Oh, by the way, I didn't mention this tool in taking off insulation or maybe wire breaker too. But anyway, so there is a locking mechanism. Not on the other tool. I won't take your time that much. What I want to say, 228 grams and 805 ounces. 805 ounces. And the Ruike is 243 grams and 8.55 ounces. So it's half ounce heavier, and you feel that. It's more sturdy. It screams like I'm a bit more tough. I don't know why is that. Maybe the construction, maybe the G10, maybe those screws, just like, you know, for my mind, works in that way. So that's the thing, and that was the measurement. What I want to tell you. Something else is what is that? What's the difference there? As I said, see this level, this one. Let's say I call it level. As I said, there are 5 levels of tool. Here, each level means one like pair of tools, usually pairs, somewhere then. Where is the saw, there is no another tool from the opposite side, same as here. So I got 5 levels here, I got 5 tools from one side, and from most, I believe in 4 levels, there is another tool, there are another tools, shortened usually, from the other side, from the opposite. Usually it's like that, so it works. There were the pliers, they buy the pliers. I got a Phillips screwdriver here, so that's what there. I got the pliers, and I got a Phillips screwdriver under that. If I got the scissors, I got the reamer under that. Here I got the pliers. I got small, thicker screwdriver there. Sorry, always we have to lock this one, the short one, then the long one. And where are the scissors? There is no that reamer, which is on that side, but there is the small Phillips screwdriver. So this is it. I got this one under that. What is it, the tool like more? There is the saw on it, and there is nothing under that, same as on the Ruike. And here, that's another tool more tool set. On this one is the file, which is not here. So that's the difference. So there should be 6 levels of tools here, but there's 5. But it's kind of cheating because, as I said, there are, I'll show you here, there are these scissors and the saw on the same level. Interesting is, what I found is kind of how is the locking mechanism. See that almost no tension there. When you see that saw here, it's tough. Now, see, the spring works similar like the knife here. So this is kind of different on that, and different feeling when I've tested these two. This one seems to be they are cutting pretty same, but this is kind of more tough, seems to me. This one was better for cutting, for wood processing, somehow better than this one in my eyes. So, moment. About the knife itself, when you see those knives side by side, just what I've said, this real edge, the cutting edge, is slightly longer, and have a look on that. So it looks like this Victorinox should have a longer blade in general, right? See, I have to put this glass breaker and use it as a real end of the knife. But it looks like this one, the Victorinox, has slightly longer blade, but it's not like that. It's that because the ricasso, it's slightly longer, see this one, than this one. So the real edge, real blade, the real edge is slightly longer, even the blade is probably longer, like this portion is probably longer than on the Ruike, but the cutting edge is slightly shorter. You might see it here, it's only detail. When I close the knife, see that there is a relatively lots of space here, about 5 millimeters from the very tip to the end of the handle. And here on the Victorinox, you see that the knife, is here. It's almost, see that from this angle, it's better. It's almost in the end of that handle. So the portion. So it looks like that, but it's really shorter. About the slicing with this one, what I said on that video in use, this one for long-term slicing is slightly better for handling. Seems to me, thanks to the grooving here, and what I've said there, thanks these corners when you slice, I feel here, this one. So when I grab the knife here, so I feel this corner here when I do long-term slicing, cutting. So of course, wood or some hard material, some food prep and distance, there's no doubt about that's not any problem with that. Even that, it's not big deal, but for long time, when let's say when you got you are alone, or you got some of your friend which has, let's say, an axe or some chopper, and let's say you have to prepare some sticks, pointy sticks, let's say for this one. So he got an axe or chopper, and he did that. He does the raw shape, so general kind of tip, but it's not finished, and you have to take this knife and you have to finish all of them. There will be lots of them. Then probably say, okay, it's not that comfortable. On this one, it's slightly longer. After that long time, after those tests, see, the knife, it's a little bit more dull, but it's not definitely something that's why, as I said, if this is, let's say, 56 HRC, that one is 59, so it should stand more abuse. What I've said, this is thinner behind the edge. Sorry, behind the edge. It is thinner behind the edge. That's why this one slices a little bit better than this one, but it's thinner in general in spine. I'll take a caliper. So yes, it is. This is 2.4 millimeters thick on the spine. This is 2.8 millimeters thick. So you might see it from the very first look, and it is simply like that. And it narrows. Both of them narrows towards the tip, but this one is always thicker to the very tips, and this is thinner towards the tip. So this is better slicer anyway, by the grinding, by the thinness behind the edge, and as I said, for the long term cutting some hard material, this is somehow better in handling. About those tweezers, I haven't used them. They are too tiny. By the way, from the time I did the test, I've removed another 4-5 ticks with these tweezers, and it's really great for it. So I like that. That's why I carry this knife. I really like it. I guess this one gonna work for that too, but slightly better. What I have to say on those pliers, there is one function which is not on that. I won't talk about the spring loading system. You're gonna see it on that video, but there are different mechanisms for that spring loading. So here you might see this standard Victorinox spring here. Here is this one. This is tougher, much better, but you see these lines stays there on the position, and this one moves a little bit on the side. So that's a bit weird. You have to go to it, but anyway, you have to break some thin wire, which I did in the test. So yeah, this one looks better, slightly better for me when used, but because I've used these, I haven't used these, so that's hard to say anyway. But anyway, those spring mechanism, the spring loading system, same as those scissors, the same. Guys on internet says that spring loses that toughness or strong. It's not that strong for a long time, and here this is much better too. But what you're gonna see on the end of this video, these won't open as much as these does. This is like the standard opening. You might see even here these are open slightly wider, but I can open in this way. I can't do it on these. It's because this there's kind of like a lock, it looks like that. But anyway, they work. Now, what you haven't seen on that, and me too, on that test, I said I will test these. So this is standard paper. This is the Victorinox standard paper, pretty nice. This has been used, so that's important. These have been used, sorry. Excellent. Seems to me the Victorinox was slightly better when the feel, but it might be because this knife is 1 year old and I've used these, as I said, these scissors. So, okay, harder material. This is harder stuff, much harder stuff. Excellent. Excellent. Again, the Victorinox's scissors, these are a bit better, as I said, maybe because they are new, they're brand new. And now, this lashing, this rope, it's really thick. It's 2.5 millimeters. This one stands something. This is not just like that. Absolutely, without any problem. Okay, let's double it. Okay, I felt some difference there, of course. So you see that. So when I got some thicker material, these, but as you might see here, so these are a bit more dull than that one. They cut pretty well material, paper and these things, but just to imagine. Anyway, I guess all Victorinox's scissors are really good. As what I found, what I got on my Farmer X, there are scissors and are really great. So I like them anyway. So I'm glad to have them. What I only missed on this knife, as I said, is the general. In the general, is the file. We've got the spine without anything, I would say. Then we've got this kind of raw pattern of that file, then some more fine, more for details, and of course we've got this portion like the edge with that. So this is something what I like to have here, but I understand it will be even thicker and even heavier. But it's good to have, as I said, if not for something else, at least for, my machete is dull, my axe is dull, my cookery is dull, something like that, so I can use it and make it sharp immediately as like first aid for the edge, something. It's not for blade sharpening, I understand that, but it will definitely serve. And of course, same as this. See just the general shape of those two tools and the saw. See the saw. This one is simple. There is less material on it, so this is a bit more sturdy here. And this one. So these are like in different level. They're next to each other, but still they are in similar pattern. You might see this one. These hooks are for that opening here, so I can open it with this, that. So just simply grab it with a nail, and here it is that long. This one, it is that long. It's like slightly over the length here, just really hair. So I can grab it with my nail. It's about 1.5 millimeter. I can grab it with my nail and lift it up and use it. Okay, so guys, I don't want to waste your time. Two great knives, definitely great knife. If they discontinued, they sell them off. Simply they won't make them again. I don't know, because the policy with the knife without knife, and this is what Victorinox does today. Seems weird to me. I really can recommend this one to you, same as this one. These are really great tools. These are the biggest tools in that collections. In the size, as I said, there are the smaller Victorinoxes, you know, in that about 95, 96 millimeters, you know, the standard size. They're wide, they've got a huge a number of tools there. I don't talk about that ones. More of them are mostly for collectors and these things. Anyway, some countries you can't carry them anyway because the blade length, these things. This one got the locking mechanism, which some countries don't not allow you to carry. This one does not have, but anyway, these are about close to 4 inches blade, 3.86 or something like that. So anyway, let's say UK citizen, no way, this one. And this one, because there is the length and the locking mechanism, so no way too. So it's kind of weird for me, but times hope will change with these anyway. Again, as I said, this is kind of heavier, as I said, it's 1/4 of kilos about, but yeah, I feel that, but I don't care. It's still all right. When it's used only in a town, then it's question if to have a saw there, then buy the version without the saw with pliers and scissors and all those tools there, and it will be a bit thinner, a bit lighter, and of course you can buy, I don't know, those another models without, you know, what you can remove, and that will still be fine. But I'm glad I got these full versions of these great tools for reasonable price. These are great companies for any of my chopper, even for an axe, for my cookeries, lots of things. Highly recommend both of these. This video was about this work champ. Anyway, hope to see you again. Have a great time. And as I said, after this one, there will be a short video, short like end of this video where you see these side by side more closely. Thank you very much. Have a great time. Bye.
So now we might see those knives together from above. See the ruler, and I've set that 0.0 here, where is the end of the glass breaker. That's important thing. So we've got the length about 11.4 exactly is of centimeters. Now from the side, from this side perspective, from the other side, you might see this hump. This one goes up much more than on the Ruike. And from the rear side, it's nicely possible to see those layers we've got here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's 1, 2, but here are 2 layers, like 2 levels of tools. See that? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but there are actually 6 of them. There are 2 tools in one level. Here is always 1 tool in one level, like on this side. So scissors. The Victorinox's jaws are very slightly longer, about 1-2 millimeters than on the Ruike. But what's important, the opening here, the opening of the jaws is not the same. The Victorinox, as you might see here, got much wider opening. I can go from over that. So okay, focus works way, so I can open it, but I can't do it here. This is the max of opening, so I can grab a bit more material from the wider perspective. So on here we might see the height or thickness. See that? Now we have those full tool sets here. So let's start with the Victorinox. So we got these 3 like side tools. That probably glasses, screwdriver, toothpick, and tweezers. We got this awl and this cork or wine opener, let's say, white flat screwdriver and bottle opener, thicker Phillips, and we've got this can opener with this thinner flat screwdriver. We've got a knife, standard knife with a liner lock here. We've got these pliers. We got a saw. We got scissors and the file. And what do we have here? Oh, sorry, I forget this one. This is the ring here, and this is the only way how to attach it to our system, or put a chain, or put it on some kind of lashing, or just simply put it to the pocket or somewhere else. There is no another way how I can carry this one. And now the Ruike tweezers, much thicker. This is a really great tool. I like it. Then the cork wine opener. Then we've got the broad Phillips screwdriver. Then we've got this seatbelt cutter. We've got this small flat screwdriver. This is kind of dull or rounded, so it's weird. We've got this reamer, much more functional than on the Victorinox, as you might see here. We've got this one, this insulation taken off. How to say, take off insulation from wire. We can tie or untie these needles on our bike. With this is a key for it. So we've got a wider flat screwdriver and bottle opener. We've got scissors, saw, pliers. This is just the spring mechanism, and of course we've got the knife.